2000s Pokemon. Like Pokemon Stadium. Like the Burger King poster that had like all the toys that they offered.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever get the Burger King toys?
I had some of them. There were some of the lamer ones though. Like I think I had like Psyduck or something.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ones that was like a top where you could spin the bottom and they could like spin around.
I remember them being like plushies.
They had a couple. They had like 7 different things it could be. Like they had ones that would roll back and then move forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had some plushies. They had some keychains.
The coolest thing was it was random, and they came in Pokeballs.
Yes.
That was awesome.
God, the
and because you're gonna open the Pokeball and the Pokemon comes out.
Back in the day, the Pokeball toy itself was more coveted than the Pokemon.
It's weird that like we don't have more Pokeball toys.
I know. I would get like nowadays they sell Pokeballs, but they're like designer things to put on a shelf and look pretty, and they're like $200.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the Master Ball, which was already sold out by the time I got there. But I was just like, that is a cool Pokeball to have. You know, you put that up in your house and people see it and they'll be like, this guy does not fuck around with Pokemon.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just feeling nostalgic for like classic Pokemon. Even like not just Gen 1 stuff, but like playing Emerald version for the first time.
Yep.
Cuddled up on my bed with my Game Boy DS. I played it on the advanced first, but you couldn't see anything. And I specifically remember hooking up into my DS, and that has like that backlight.
Yep.
And I went, wow, because I could see everything.
Yeah. By the way, it's coffee break. Whatever. We already started. We had a cold start. I did not expect you to just start talking about Pokemon and then cascade into the Game Boys.
Yeah.
Because I learned some interesting news about Xbox is really going forward with this handheld.
Oh, really?
So they're not going to make home consoles, they're going to do handheld consoles. And I was like, this is the war I'm here for.
This is a game changer.
You've got the Steam Deck. You've got Alienware doing their own thing. I think there's a few others. You've got the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
The PlayStation Portal falls short. Fuck you guys.
It's so lame and
I
bad.
want one so bad.
It's so worthless.
Because
you can't take it away from the TV.
Yes, you can.
Not far.
You have to leave your PlayStation on. And it has to always be connected to the internet. Yeah, it's such a dumb idea when it could have been just a PSP. Anyways, I just want it for the novelty.
Yeah, like a portable Xbox, because like there's so few Xbox games that I care about at all.
Yeah.
But if I had the option, portable wise, I'm like, oh well, suddenly I'm intrigued.
Yeah, and the kings of portable handhelds, they've been making these for decades now.
Yeah.
Are getting ready to drop the Switch 2.
With no competition. And we really need to step up our game.
I think that's why they're lingering. They're like, we can just drop this and people would just buy it anyways. They don't really care.
And they know we'll buy it no matter what.
The thing is, I already know I have to buy one because I'm going to play the new Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Like, you have me sold.
I have to.
Yeah, that was easy, guys. Yeah, I'm excited for an Xbox handheld.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
It also, it feels right. It feels like this would be the future of gaming.
Yeah, and if they do something really creative, then they could just maybe like open up a new window for new game development to happen.
I see what you did there.
I'm
Windows.
I'm not expecting like, whoa, there's a second screen. You know, nothing as innovative as that, but maybe just something to help them get their groove back, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they want to be a game company, not just a game console company. And I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And to go into handhelds, you would have only Steam Deck and the PC guys. You're not going to be in competition with the Nintendo. That's probably why he wanted to buy Nintendo.
Probably. I think about that sometimes. When I'm ready to pick me up, I think of that.
You know they were just laughing as hard as they could.
I bet they were laughing. Like, for, like, the rest of the week, they would be like, man.
Xbox. Okay. So, after the success of the Penguin...
Yeah.
We'll talk about the Penguin later.
We'll get to that.
It's not good. The Warner Brothers is looking to make a Joker series about the Batman's Joker.
Yeah, I don't want it.
They also want the Joker to be the villain of Batman Part 3.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that kind of spoiled too for me a little bit.
Knowing that he's not going to really be in it.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to sit there and wait for him to show up in that one scene and then that's it.
Yeah, here's the thing. They're very quickly running towards making a Marvel mistake where people don't want to have to watch a separate TV show just to understand something that's in a movie. Especially with something like comic books where, like, a million people, when we first saw, like, Thanos at the end of the very first movie, he was the end credits teaser for.
In Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a million people went, I don't know who this purple guy is, because they didn't read the comics. They didn't know who he was.
But those millions of people now know who he is.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know, man. Especially because I didn't like Penguin. I'm not jazzed on the idea of doing this again for Joker.
Here's my thing. I'm like, well, I see that you're getting success through making TV adaptations of comic book stories, if that's what we want to call this.
Yeah.
But really, it's like a gangster show.
Yeah.
It's more Sopranos.
It was very Sopranos.
It's more Sopranos than it is, like, Penguin. Mm-hmm. He didn't even get the Iceberg Lounge at the end.
No, he didn't. And
Wasn't he at a zoo at one point? And I was like, he could take over the zoo. He did that in one of the comics.
No, but just a normal penthouse.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anyways. And then you have Joker 2. The fiasco that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you can't just do another Joker thing. It clearly isn't working.
This is the thing. Like, I don't think they should keep trying to do Joker without Batman. Like, it worked for Joker, the first one.
Yeah.
Barely. You know, and they still had to,
what do you mean? Batman's in it.
Yeah, they had to heavily...
He puts his fingers in his mouth.
They had to heavily lean on the Wayne Arkham stuff and whatever. But, like, I don't want to see that again, you know? I don't... Joker doesn't work if there's no Batman.
Yeah. It would be fun to see, like, some sort of, like, team-up, though.
I suppose. That's really jumping...
Like, the Penguin, Joker, and Riddler, and I guess we're gonna have Hush.
Yeah, I'd rather have that in a movie.
Yeah, make that the final movie, but that would be really fun.
I'm not opposed to them doing another show, but I feel like, first of all, the world of Batman alone is already so big, we don't have to just do the things that we've already seen from the movie. But also, DC is really big.
Yeah.
You could do anything, honestly. Green Arrow again.
I'm curious how they're going to approach Green Arrow, because Arrow changed him forever. And probably for the better.
It was hard to do Green Arrow seriously. That's why in lots of the animated versions, he's like the funny, jokey wisecrack guy.
He's got an arrow that shoots a punching glove.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's a cartoon character. And then they just put in they used a lot of Batman. That's what they did with him.
Uh-huh.
He's Batman with a bow.
Yeah, he's Batman with a little sprinkling of, like, Tony Iron Man idea.
He's not a tech guy. He has tech people.
Yeah. That's the one thing that makes him different.
He's stupid. No, so we're stuck with Batman. We have to do just Batman because this is for the Batman trilogy.
There's so many
So you throwing out those things? Like, that's the DCU stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, do you want to see a Joker show?
Let us know.
That might be the question.
It's a good one, honestly.
It is. If it's not the question, you can still let me know.
Mm-hmm.
If they made it, I'd watch it.
I would watch it, but I would be hesitant. We'll go into more detail about it when we get to our discussions of Penguin.
Yes. So Star Wars, or Lucasfilms, is currently writing out and planning episode 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah, they've said that before.
They actually have a producer helping them with the trilogy. It is Simon Kinberg.
What'd he do?
He did all those X-Men movies.
Which ones? Any of the good ones?
He did some of the good ones.
The first one?
He's the writer of them.
Okay, so that's not bad. Theoretically.
He's also the director of Dark Phoenix.
Oh. Oh no.
Which is a really bad movie.
Oh God.
And yeah, anyways, I don't want to talk about that. I don't have faith in Simon Kinberg.
I'm so confused. This is Disney, right? This is Lucasfilms with Disney.
Yeah.
And Star Wars. One of the most highly renowned, praised, regarded movies of all time. People have high expectations. Extremely high expectations. Why would they get such a schmuck? Can you not hire anyone a little bit better?
Well, he's been doing Marvel films for so long. I'm sure he has connections that helped him get in there. I mean, at the end of it, what are these film companies other than just a brotherhood of bros?
Yeah, they always do. Just hang out with the same people over and over again.
Look at their award shows.
Exactly.
It's just, who voted them to win the awards? Their friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's how you know your friends don't like you if you don't win. And the other interesting thing is that Rey, the character Rey, she's going to start appearing in different movies and shows.
You know, they've been trying to do things with her. Like with the Disney Star Cruise thing.
Yeah.
You know, she was in that one.
Well, they're saying that she's, like, pivotal now to the whole series. Well, and I was like, I guess because she's the last Jedi.
Yeah, like, who else is going to... They're going to have to keep doing the Jedi thing, because that's the only thing people want to see.
Dude, if you got away from lightsabers, do you know how much money you would lose?
Endless. Oh my God.
I would probably stop watching Star Wars.
Yes. Like, I don't even... It's not even my favorite element of Star Wars, the Jedi stuff.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the lightsabers.
No, just like the Jedi in general. But even I would be like, what? We don't have our space sword?
And yeah, now we're entering an era where they want to show us cool moves. Because when the lightsaber started out, it was just too tacky.
Is, what's her name? Daisy Ridley?
Yes.
Is she going to be returning?
Good job on that.
I remember Daisy. I was really hesitant on her last name.
Yes, she will be playing Rey.
Okay. Interesting.
So, I mean, which I was like, that's crazy. And probably one of the dumbest ideas you could go with because of how bad episode 9 was.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, we can't get worse.
I can't find a person who likes it.
No. God, no.
And we have to accept that this was a thing. There's a lot of rumors from fans who clearly hated episode 9 for years about how there's going to be secret trilogy that overwrites. And I think we started Coffee Break talking about these things.
I think that is such a like chronically online fan space thing to believe that no, it was bad for a reason. They're secretly planning a reveal that'll make it all good.
Yes. Or they were going to cover it up. And I was just that thought of it. I was like, that would be so cool. Mm-hmm. But also, you'd sit there and be like, these 3 movies still exist.
Yeah, you can like retcon them, but that doesn't change that they are there.
Yeah, people are still going to dress up as Kylo Ren.
So we'll see. I won't hold my breath though.
Okay. So Sonic 3, at the end there's going to be a teaser.
Yeah.
There's going to be a new character.
Who?
We don't know.
Oh.
But the director and producer of the movie said that he wants to make a 4th one and expand Sonic out even more.
Okay, so it really depends on whether... Okay, if Amy doesn't get introduced in the movie, I would expect it to be Amy. She very much rounds out the team. If not, then I would expect it to be Silver. But that's kind of an intense, like, plotline to do, the Silver plotline. But they could do it. You know, they could, technically. It could work.
Yeah. Those 2 are the runner-ups from fans with their theories.
Amy and Silver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think you do Silver like that. You do, like, a Knuckles thing, but better this time. And you have Shadow and Silver. Because aren't they usually teamed up?
No.
What? I'm on drugs.
In fact, I don't think they even know each other.
So I just said nonsense.
Well, okay, so Silver is from the future.
Oh, God. Here we
He's
go.
a time traveler.
Isn't it Shadow?
No, he's like... I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay.
He's not. He's technically from the past.
God.
But no, Silver's looking for Sonic because he wants to kill Sonic because Sonic caused the apocalypse. He thinks.
Okay. It was probably Knuckles.
It's, people notoriously, in universe, mistake all the hedgehogs for each other. So it could have been not Sonic, but Silver would never know.
Let me guess, they're colorblind.
I don't know. People thought, like, that's the plot of Sonic Adventure 2. Shadow the Hedgehog was going around, like, attacking people because he was trying to get the Chaos Emeralds. And everyone's like, Sonic is going crazy and attacking everyone. And he's like, you're the guy that everyone thinks is me. And I'm like, how? They don't look anything like each other.
Okay. That could be a second question.
Mm-hmm.
Which Sonic character do you think will be teased at the end of 3?
Amy, Silver. I can't think of any other ideas.
What about the weird crocodile guy?
Vector Crocodile? If you're going to introduce Vector Crocodile, we would have to introduce all of the Chaotix. That includes Mighty Armadillo. I don't forget about him. But they're not going to do that because the Chaotix are kind of their own thing. Knuckles hangs out with them sometimes, so that could be a fun spin-off.
Yeah, it could be.
Mm-hmm.
With Wade Whipple.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, so Dragon Ball Sparkling.
Yeah.
Sparkling Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a bunch of people bought it, a lot of people were playing it, and then it just had a massive die-off.
Well,
and that was something, I put that in here because I was like, I know that's what's going to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
When the game came out, I noticed people were talking about it, and then like a week later, they just never said a thing. And I was like, yeah, see what happened? You played the story.
Mm-hmm.
You collected all your characters.
Yep.
You played each other for a little bit, and then you're like, well, it's a Dragon Ball game.
Yeah. You paid to have all the characters unlocked right from the get-go.
Yeah.
And so you had nothing to play.
Mm-hmm. If they want to get all those characters back, DLC.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I think the story is really important. Because when I think about, like, discussions around Super Smash Brothers, it was a lot of talk about, like, a Subspace Emissary or the Light and Dark thing from the latest one, you know? So...
What do you mean, the story?
Just making it longer, more interesting.
So you do the whole story of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT and Super.
Oh, wow. Longer than I thought.
Are you ready? Because there's so many playable characters, you get to play their stories.
Well then never mind.
Yeah, the story's already overdrawn as it is.
I assumed it was what every one of the prior fighting Dragon Ball games do, where it starts with the Saiyan invasion.
Yep, Saiyan Saga.
And then ends at Cell games.
That, yes. But I think that was because we just hadn't adapted Boo yet.
I guess so.
But yeah, usually it's from Saiyan to Boo.
Yeah.
And it's just the whole story of Z.
And they always botch the Boo saga.
Yeah, they're like, oh, no, it's the Majins. They
don't.
One just
jump over Bobbity, I guess.
I guess the weird thing about this new show, Dragon Daima, is that we kind of get to spend more time with Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. Oh my god. So they introduced their fusion bugs in the latest episode. Yep. I imagine they'll just have Vegeta and Goku fuse, and they'll be Vegito or Gogeta, one of them. But I really hope he fuses with Supreme Kai.
I think he would.
And become Supreme Gokai. That'd be so cool.
And then think about that. That is a DLC piece that you could sell for Dragon Ball Sparkling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like the show. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's slow. You gave me that cool piece. Mm-hmm. I'll be back on Friday. Trust me. But I want to see some fighting.
Yes. I feel like it would be more fun if we could binge it. It's not like Delicious in Dungeon. You know, I was fine with getting Delicious in Dungeon weekly. You know? Mm-hmm. So, but it is fun. I'm enjoying it.
Dude, 24 weeks though.
I know. It just kept going.
Yeah.
That was most of the year.
It was. We got our first look at the live action Stitch outside of that, like, moving teaser.
Yeah.
Where he's standing on Lilo's bed.
He's wearing a lei.
Yep.
I didn't like how fuzzy the lei looked, but I was like, you know what? The only kind of leis I know are the cheap plastic fake ones for, like, costumes.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe this is what LA actually looks like, so I won't bother.
His eyes,
Yeah.
I feel like they're soulless. I was looking at other pictures of Stitch, and I was like, okay, I see his eyes are black. But when I look at the live action one, I think they're like misshapen compared to the way he was drawn.
I don't know.
Which is, why would you do that?
It's just, this is something I was worried about. It's so hard to immerse yourself in this concept because Stitch is so weird, not even including the other aliens.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to believe they exist in this world when they're clearly not real. And no matter how good your CG is, he's not gonna look real because that's not a real creature. We're gonna know it's CG.
True.
It's kind of like, and then we have this weird, like, line. Like, you told me the ending of Smile. That thing that killed her at the very end was like a real animatronic that they built.
Mm-hmm. Where it crawls into her mouth.
I never noticed. We watched it. I didn't realize because I just assumed it was CG because everything's always just CG.
Yeah.
So it being real didn't actually add anything in my mind.
Okay. I have also a problem with his feet. They gave him the Godzilla treatment. He's got 2 stumpies.
Yes. They should have more toe. He needs to grip stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. He crawls on walls.
Maybe the bed's just like fluffy and so he's like sinking into it.
Maybe. Why would they just give us this picture though?
I don't know. Well,
why can't I get a picture of him with Lilo?
Yeah, they had like the D23 thing or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they don't reveal all that stuff to us at the same time.
They do. It's their little conference and then they release it.
All they showed off was a picture? When does this movie come out? Live action Lilo and Stitch.
March. Right?
March?
It's the same day that Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is coming out.
That's a terrible name.
Oh my god, that's the name you landed on? So let me get this straight. The one before it is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yep.
And this one is Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I hate you guys.
It's like built-in OCD repellent.
Yeah, you and now someone's going to be like, which reckoning are you talking about?
Where happened to Part 2? Why didn't they just call this Part 2?
Yeah, why can't it just be called like Tom's Crazy Stunt?
Also that.
You could have gone with just, what I'm saying is just a different name.
Yeah.
Instead of Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
And the Dead Reckoning, it's fine to be a title because that is what they're looking for.
I guess.
It was the key. That was the name of the key.
Oh, yeah.
And Final Reckoning, like...
Because this is the final movie.
Yeah.
It's like Saw, the final chapter, except it wasn't, actually.
Yeah. This is supposed to be the last Mission Impossible, though.
Good. I'm getting worried about Tom. He's dodged death one too many times.
Well, he's got to do his space movie.
The Grim Reaper is going to be pissed.
Oh, Warner Brothers doubles down on making more Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, and new Arkham game.
Oh, there were commas. I'm like, Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, so they want to make more games with this.
Okay.
I always forget they have Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. One just came out, too. It has Animalities. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
I think some of them are fun.
Okay. I was just like, I don't get it. Why?
Like, Peacemaker turns into a giant bald eagle, and then he and Eagly team up, and they, like, tear apart the thing. Yeah. That was the only one I really cared about.
Nice. Harry Potter, yeah, they definitely want to do a Hogwarts Legacy too. They haven't been shy of that.
Yeah.
They just came out with the new Quidditch game.
But everyone has said Hogwarts Legacy was actually really lame. It looks lame.
I never played it.
I don't want to. It looks lame.
They could do, I guess, a wizard fighting game.
See, that's the thing. They're gonna have everything I want to do gameplay wise is gonna get interrupted with some lame plot.
Yeah.
I don't want their dumb plots. Their plots aren't good.
What they need to do, and this would be just a surefire thing, is make Hogwarts like Animal Crossing,
Yeah, basically.
but MMO.
Yeah. Basically.
And then, you go to class and you go through the various tasks you have to do.
There could be nifty little secrets in,
Yep.
like, the tunnels, like, the forest,
Mm-hmm.
the town,
Yeah.
whatnot.
And then, like, you'll have certain days where you don't have class, so you can go out and explore Hogsmeade. Mm-hmm. That would be where I would go with it.
Yeah. More cozy game kind of style.
Yeah.
I'm into Arkham.
Well, they just came out with a new Arkham. It's the VR one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is not one I want VR. I don't know why horror games are like 90% of VR's whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that scared. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it... Well, have you used it? No, you haven't.
No.
It's very jarring because you're closed off from the world.
Mm-hmm.
But you're seeing things. You know? You
Yeah.
have to have that wherewithal where you're actually at.
Like, I totally understand why people would be smacking into walls and furniture.
Well, you're
so
supposed to
much.
set up a safety perimeter.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
It just doesn't sound like my thing.
Okay. I want to mess with VR next year. That's going to be
Nice.
my thing.
Cool.
But, yeah, another Arkham game, a more traditional Arkham game.
Nice. Right, back to basics.
Yep. HBO will release The Last of Us Season 2 next spring.
Ooh.
And they're talking about a Season 4 already.
Already?
Yeah, they're saying that like, Season 3 can't finish the entire story and they might need a 4th season.
Jeez Louise.
And I was like, the story of
it's
the second one wasn't that long.
also spitting in the face. Like, the first season was all the first game.
Yeah.
You couldn't have split that one into 2 seasons. I don't
Could've.
know. I don't know, man.
But yeah, we'll see that. And then Peacemaker due in August.
Finally, August.
Well, July is Superman.
Oh man, but Peacemaker would have done great in July. Like,
He's in the movie.
yeah, but I just want more Peacemaker, man.
We're gonna get more Peacemaker.
Okay.
And it looks like everybody came back. Have you
Good.
seen the trailer?
No, I was worried.
Yeah, no, it looks like everybody's there.
I was really worried most of them would get cut because of the shift to the DCEU or whatever. Cool. Yeah.
Even Economist was there.
Yes.
And then there is going to be a new Monster Hunter game. Not Wilds. It's called Outlanders. It's an app game.
What?
It's an app game
But
that
there's
plays, are you ready? Like actual Monster Hunter.
I don't want that.
And you could play online with each other and you run around the environments looking for monsters to hunt.
That sounds like this morning you were talking about needing to buy like a separate attachment for your phone.
So I can play Resi 4?
Yeah, I feel like that. It's just at that point
That's all I'd use it for.
it'd be true for this game as well. And I'm like, at that point, just play the regular damn game on your TV.
Yeah, I can't see much of a need for this,
No,
but they're going forward with it.
I mean, might as well try.
It's from the same company that did Pokemon Unite, which I was like, that's interesting.
Ugh, I don't like Pokemon Unite, but that's because I'm bad at it.
Nice. Denzel Washington will retire from acting soon, but he did announce that he's going to be in Black Panther 3,
Nice.
which Black Panther 3 was not announced.
Well, Denzel's stronger than you, MCU. I'm amazed he hasn't retired yet. He's been around. He's a good actor, so like I get it.
Yeah, no one's arguing that.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do.
For Black Panther or for his final?
Both.
I'm sure he's going to do a big art film. Mm-hmm. He really enjoys acting.
Yes.
Which
I'm a little curious if this is gonna be like Hayao Miyazaki, where every movie he's like, after this I'm done, I'm retiring after this, and then the movie comes out, and then he's like, I had a new idea, I'm gonna make a new movie. I'm not actually retiring, I'm back.
Quentin Tarantino.
Does he do the same thing?
Well, he's saying his next movie is his last one, but he's not making it. And you're like, come on, dude. And then like Ridley Scott was like, I don't believe you. Just go make your fucking movie.
Quentin Tarantino, he's young also,
No, he's not.
isn't he?
No, he's like in his 50s.
Oh, I guess I haven't seen him lately.
You don't want to. It's not a good face.
Nah.
Yep. Already talked about Mission Impossible. Oh, Pokemon trading card game.
Yay.
Pocket.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get new boosters before the end of the year.
Yep.
And then January next year, we get to trade cards.
Yes. Very exciting.
I finally got my Charizard card.
Yeah, you were like, look, I'm not even going to get my Charizard. And like literally the nanosecond after you finished saying that, you hit it, and then there was Charizard.
Yep, full art
Beautiful.
Charizard. Yep. I was like, oh, it was awesome.
Nice.
Well, how are you liking it?
I'm loving it. I'm so angry because I keep losing card matches. It's that Mewtwo Gardevoir combo.
There aren't strong enough dark types in the game.
My dark deck's really good, I feel like.
Okay, do you have Nidoqueen and Nidoking?
I mean, I have them, but no, not in my deck.
Oh, I don't even know what's wrong with your deck then.
But usually, every time I get stuck playing the Mewtwo Gardevoir combo, I'm not using my dark deck.
Nice.
Yeah. And
because you can't decide what deck you're going to use.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Yeah, so just kind of pick a random...
Well, you don't know what your opponent's using. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say, if you have the Mewtwo Gardevoir combo, get out of beginner category. At that point, just be a man, be brave, and get into the intermediate category.
Nice. And then I finished Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Amazing, because you complained so much.
I talked so much crap about that game. And at the very end, I was like, I loved it. It was amazing.
Are you going to play it again? Try to get one of the other endings?
Yeah,
many?
There's 8.
Oh. Oh, did you get a good one?
No, but I liked mine. I was like, you know what? You do deserve to die.
Are there any good endings?
I think there's a UFO one where he gets, like, abducted.
Oh, the one with the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
That wasn't in the original game. They added that because the UFO thing became a thing later on in Silent Hill.
Yeah. I think it was in, like... it was something like a remake of the first one. One of them. Maybe it was Shattered Memories. One of them.
Okay. Just having fun with the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, So the end was kind of bonkers because you fight 2 pyramid heads at the same time. Mm-hmm. Right? That was just fun. That was cool. I love that environment. The darkness with the blood everywhere. And then the
threat.
Yeah, these 2 handsome guys coming at me with their long sticks.
How do you get your different endings? Do your actions throughout the game
So
matter?
after I took them down, they impaled their heads, which was just an awesome thing. I showed you that picture.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. They were holding eggs. One had like an amber and one had like a colorless egg or something like that.
Okay.
And then there's 2 doors, and I had to place an egg into each door, and I chose just whatever I chose. There was also another thing where once I beat Maria, she's the villain the entire time, she's laying there like dry heaving because she's dying, and I picked up my pistol and I slowly aimed it at her head and popped. And I was like, I wonder if I just sat there and let it just keep going.
Yeah, like if you could have done something else instead.
Yeah.
Give her like medicine or something.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, they could be together
what
forever.
What about the majority of the rest of the game? Like, is it only those things at the very end?
I couldn't think of what would have really changed my actions.
I mean,
there weren't choices. I had to kill Eddie.
Yeah.
I had to fight those monsters.
Is it about speed? Is it about how many things you kill? Like if you could avoid certain monsters?
Well, that was true. I killed a lot of them.
Yeah, because you kept playing it like a Resident Evil
game.
I did.
The steel pipe was my OG weapon. I would just come in and clock them.
It's a good choice. I'm gonna be honest.
And then once they're down, I'll just start beating on their bodies. You'll just see me randomly come by a body and just smack it.
I wonder why I got the violent ending. Smack, smack,
yeah.
smack.
Well, I thought about it and I was like, everything I did was, I'm going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Even all the way down to the end, to the final boss. But that said something to me as a player.
Yeah.
that I am all about violence.
So you definitely come in with the mindset of, I'm in Resident Evil. I need to kill all these Zambos.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the survival horror games I play, the more aggressive ones is the ones that I like. I don't like when I don't have a weapon.
Yeah.
But when I have weapons, I love using them. So it just, that ending and just the way I played it, I learned something, and it was a good ending, and I deserved it.
Nice.
And also, I almost teared up. That final letter that Mary wrote, where she's...
It's just a lot.
Oh my god.
It's a good game.
It is.
I think it's a bit late to be nominated for an award. Like award season this year.
Yeah.
So, maybe next year.
I think it would make the cut.
Okay. Lots of people don't think about the ones right at the very end.
That's usually when you should do it.
Okay.
We're getting closer to the game of the year.
It deserves an award, is what I mean.
I mean, if anything, an honorary award.
At least nominated, yeah.
For coming back after that long disappearance.
Huge. The last thing, PT?
Yeah.
Dang.
Dude, that like hurt, you know? It was like, it's gone. I don't have it anymore. You couldn't go back and play them. Like, they never released them openly. You would have to have the old console and discs to play it.
Yeah, and never update your console either.
Oh, PT?
Because if you update it, it closes it.
My PS4 had PT on it, and I just threw it away.
Damn.
And I knew it would be worth something.
Oh, well.
Wait, did I throw it away?
I have no idea.
I bet I gave it to my brother.
He's playing PT right now.
Why? It's so old. Just move on. So, it's Box Office Trolls.
Box Office Trolls.
And why do you do that?
Why? What?
I was thinking about it last week when I was editing the podcast, and I was like, why is she saying it like that?
It's so, your echo.
Okay. You just decided to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Nice. Number one, Venom Last Dance.
Yay. Good for them.
It's making money. Number 2, Heretic.
I've heard only good things.
Yeah, here's my problem. Hugh Grant is in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that the choice you wanted to go with?
Maybe because this isn't a kid's movie, he'll actually, care in this one.
He won't just be a miserable sack. Number 3, the best Christmas pageant ever.
Okay. Bit early, I'm gonna say.
Number 4, The Wild Robot.
Nice. 7 weeks, going strong.
Yep. Number 5, Smile 2.
Nice.
Number 6, Conclave.
Okay.
Number 7, Anora.
Anora? I don't know what that is.
Me either. Number 8, Here.
Okay.
Number 9, We Live in Time.
Sure.
And number 10, Terrifier 3.
Good job, Terrifier. This late after Halloween and you're still going. Proud of you.
So we found a movie on this list that it just caught my attention because it's called Hit Pig.
Yeah.
It's made by Viva Pictures. I don't know them. But basically, here's the premise. It's an animated comedy film. A bounty hunter pig finds himself trekking the globe with a free-spirited elephant he intended to capture.
Weird. Weird. That sounds like one of those movies like your grandmother buys in a bargain bin.
Yeah.
And you watch it, and it's not good, but surprisingly better than you think it should be.
Yeah, hoodwinked.
Yes.
It's not a good movie.
And no one will ever know what you're talking about. When you're sitting there secondhand lions with the lion. And they're like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, but it was a good movie.
It is a good movie.
It is.
A lot of talent in that movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this sounds weird, but I never saw anything for it. I can't even tell if it's English or not. It looks like it is.
I'm unsure. Maybe it's an indie thing.
Maybe.
Who knows?
And then finally, it's Penguin.
Penguin. The thing we watched this week.
Yep.
Dang.
Here's my problem. I'm just going to go for it because I'm sure everybody's seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The ending doesn't change anything.
Mm-hmm. It's so dumb.
Sophia Falcone, who we didn't know existed in the Batman, has been recaptured and sent back to Arkham. So there's no reason for her to show up in the Batman Part 2.
Immediately reset back to how she was at the start of the story.
Penguin killed Vic.
So yeah, his entire character.
Yep.
Gone. Worthless.
Penguin's mom is a vegetable.
Yep. Basically out of the story. Might as well be dead.
And now
Salvatore Maroni dead.
Yep. The way it wrote itself, they wrote it terribly. It was just literally nothing meant anything. Yeah. The Penguin lived through the entire thing to show up in the Batman Part 2.
Yes. The only thing that changed across all the thing is now there's a new drug called Bliss that's being produced on top of the drops. Which, wow, we definitely needed 8 episodes to establish the production of a new drug in Gotham.
Most of the episodes are flashbacks.
And the other thing it established is Penguin is well off. He's in a penthouse. He has his suits. He's living the life we all assumed he was already living when watching the Batman.
Well, my question now, and I said this at the beginning, he never got the Iceberg Lounge back.
No.
It's still submerged.
Uh-huh.
He was in a zoo, and I was like, I know there's a rendition where he's a penguin.
And even his, underground base of operations
got blown up.
So, he's back to square one. Back to nothing.
Where is he going to have a dance club?
I don't know.
To sell his drug.
If he does, it's going to magically pop up between now and the movie, which made this, it's all so pointless. Just reset itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset.
Yeah. I also love that we start that episode with his ma being hypnotized.
Uh-huh.
And you see that she wanted to have him killed because she knows that he killed his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then chose against it at the end.
Yes.
And then you got Sophia talking about birds.
Uh-huh. Basically alluding to this same exact story we just saw.
Yeah. And then at the end, she's like, yeah, I know it's a bad story.
Yeah. And then they have Ma just re-explain the same story again, for the third time. I'm like, stop holding my hand.
Of course, his brothers were killed.
Mm-hmm.
We all knew that. Him doing it, yeah, he's a sociopath.
Yeah, I'm also going to say 90% of his important characterization only occurred in this last episode.
Yes.
Him screaming, no, I didn't kill my brothers, even though they're going to cut off his mother's finger. Him leaving her in a vegetative state in an empty room in the penthouse. That is the only thing that has defined his character outside of anything else in the show. You find out he's heartless. Yeah, because in the rest of the show, he's convincingly a good guy. He can trick those around him that he really gives Vic a lot to care about. Mm-hmm. His girlfriend or whatever, Eve.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Which does nothing, and also doesn't add to that layer of seeing the real him at the end, where he's willing to throw everyone else under the bus to save his own image and present the world that he wants to be a reality.
Which makes him a great Batman villain. He finally came to that stance, but he could have just showed up in the movie already like that.
He could have. Also, we could have had Selina Kyle write a letter to Arkham already.
And the bat signal going off at the end. Remember, it's a Batman show.
Remember that? It was really, that's the thing. What I was saying at the beginning, Joker without Batman doesn't really work, and this proves it. Penguin running around doing 1 million drug operations, killing 1 million people. They blew up a city block, and there's not a hint of our caped crusader who was just starting to make a big name for himself.
Something that really bums me out. Yeah, we don't talk about him. The people would still be praising him, right? Because he is a hero at the end of the movie. God, I love that about that movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the bad guy, he's the good guy. Anyways.
He had to learn to be... Oh, it's such a good movie.
It is. And you got this shit show next to it.
I know.
What was I going to say?
It's this, what were you gonna say?
So the Batman should be, mentioned. The vigilante.
The
hero, right? And then, I've seen set photos there was plenty of news about it that Robert Pattinson was on the set of Penguin as Batman.
Yeah, but we didn't see him ever.
Why would you cut that? Why did you cut the Joker scene out? Why did you cut the Batman scene out?
It's also this thing, like, Batman, if they didn't want to have him on set ever, like, they didn't want to actually show him at any point in time,
Yeah.
they could have just have the characters talking about him. You know, Penguin sits there and, like, fast talks so many people and, like, schmoozes them and tricks them into working with him. If he used the Batman as the catalyst, like, as basically this, like, horrifying threat that looms over... Basically, the scene with Heath Ledger's Joker talking about when he shows up and he does his pencil magic trick, and he's like, I know why you all have these meetings during the day. Basically, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To, like, still have it be the Penguin story, but have it also be within relation to Batman's sphere somewhere.
Also, he would be a little scared of him.
Mm-hmm. He's gotten his ass handed to him by this guy.
Yeah. And, yeah, you'd be surprised that he's not telling the Triad, like, there's something scarier out here. Mm-hmm. And it will attack you.
Yeah. Like, they mention, Riddler's explosives was a big plot point for Vic especially.
Yep.
But, we're not gonna mention the Bat at all?
Yeah.
Like, what if, it doesn't even have to be big, but it should have been prevalent. Like, the Triads are like, we don't want to do drugs anymore. Have you seen that Bat guy?
Yeah.
We're not gonna mess with him. And I'm like, come on, it'll be worth it. We can avoid him. We just need to find new routes or whatever.
It easily could fit into there. You could have just had mentions. We never saw Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
That bummed me out. I was hoping we'd get to see him pull a guy over like Vic.
Mm-hmm. That could have been, like, we had the chief of police. That was it.
Yeah.
His name isn't Izzy Hands, but that's the character he plays in Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah, Our Flag Means Death. Nice. Yeah, I did not like the Penguin, and Sophia Falcone is so overrated.
She really is.
And that last outfit with the red scarf.
God, I hated it.
Stupid.
Like,
that's fashion? Get out of here.
Also, we're doing, I'm fine with the idea of doing a gangster story in the realm of Batman. He has plenty of gangsters, but they didn't act like gangsters. They act like whiny babies. They acted like
thugs.
Someone's, like, twisted perception of what gangsters act gangsters act like based off of schlocky movies.
Yeah, the only guy really trying. I guess Mark Strong did a little bit of it.
Yeah, we said it was like Sopranos. It should have been more like Sopranos.
It really should have. But the thing is, Sopranos was so good. Mm-hmm. And they actually had guys who studied the way gangsters moved. Mm-hmm. Some of them were gangsters. Like, they got the lingo.
What's that one with Ray Liotta? It's really good. Oh. I know that didn't narrow it down.
It's Goodfellas.
Yes. Just like, I don't know. Do what they did.
Do I amuse you? Like a clown?
Oh, I'm like a clown.
It's a great movie.
God, I love that movie. That's my favorite gangster movie.
Yeah.
You could tell because I couldn't remember the name of it.
That's okay. I'm more of the gangster film guy than you are.
I just don't remember any of their names. Like, all of their names is like weird, just slides off my brain type stuff.
Like The Godfather?
Yeah.
You can't remember The Godfather?
No. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, that's the end of Coffee Break for me.
Yeah, a short one.
Just a little shorter. Also, I just dropped that new video we did together, Garbage Eggs. It's the second in the trilogy, ranking cereal. If you haven't seen it, go ahead.
Fun times.
There are visuals for it. Mm-hmm. I love the board. I've decided that's my new thing. It's my aesthetic forever.
I'm not thrilled with the board, but you do you. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make it weird and wacky because I realized just the subject matter itself was just absurd.
Pretty insane.
It is.
You know?
Like, listening to Captain
Yeah.
About how he got bullied. The company got bullied into changing Captain Crunch's design because he had 3 stripes instead of 4. And then, like, how they're actively investigating him.
NCIS
Investigating if he's an imposter.
I liked you telling me you were so, like, flabbergasted. You were talking about this commercial you were watching because you were getting footage, and, like, Lucky's doing this, like, magical star thing, and this one little girl, she has her hand open, and, like, all of the different stars land in her hand, and she's like, I want the purple one, and then she just eats
She just
all
ate the
of
whole
them.
thing, and I was just like, what? You said you wanted the purple one. You didn't share.
But the 3 other kids standing next to
Yup.
you.
Oh, man. Some of those commercials were just wacky.
Like, once you start paying attention, you're like, wait a minute, I don't like this.
Yeah, the one where Sonny the Sun, I think I mentioned that at one point he was a newscaster. Mm-hmm. So I got to see that, the archival footage of it. Oh, the Rice Krispies.
Oh, yeah, when they were, like, superheroes?
They, like, weird prosthetic superheroes.
Don't like that. Hate that. Hate everything about it.
And then there was, like, they became claymation.
Yeah. No. No.
And then, and while they're, like, one of the first commercials I got, if you're watching it carefully, it replays again because they're watching themselves through TV and going like, wow, we've been around for a long time. It's that jarring moment because I had just recorded it and then I found that one and I was like, oh, that's weird.
Weird. I don't like that.
Yeah. And then Pow.
Yeah. Pop. Pow. Yeah.
Pow, their brother.
The forgotten brother.
Yep.
He looks like a dork.
Yes. And they're not elves, they're gnomes.
And if you want to learn more fun facts about cereal mascots, check out the podcast. It's a fun time.
Yeah, I guess I can't give everything away. Mm-hmm. Okay. The next film review is Oz the Great and Powerful.
That'll be exciting.
I have never seen the film before. It's also because Wicked's coming out. And I see the hype for Wicked, and I'm excited to see it too. I just don't know if I'm going to go to theaters to watch a musical.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. We'll see.
Yeah. And then I'm going to start streaming Saturdays for Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Cool.
Because it's a free roam kind of game, I think that's the better format than releasing the episodes.
Understandable.
Yeah. You?
I might stream on Friday. We'll see how I feel. I'm really, really close to finally finishing the big Disney video.
Yep.
So I might want to just prioritize trying to finish that. But we'll see. If I don't finish it this week, I'll definitely finish it next week, and then I'll stream next week. So we'll see how I feel.
Okay. Nice.
So close. I'm so close.
Yep. Okay, awesome. You guys have a good week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.